I'm Jung. I am principal bass of New Jersey Symphony. I was born in Seoul, South Korea, but I grew up in England. And as a little girl, I was always drawn to music and also the power of the sheer emotion that it could evoke in people. I always found that very fascinating. So I just knew that I was going to be a musician. I didn't exactly know what kind of a musician that I would be. I played a lot of different instruments, from violin, piano, trumpet, flute, viola. But then one day I played bass, and then I haven't stopped since. So I got Barrie's Kolstein about 6 years ago, to 2018. I found it with sheer stroke of luck through my very beloved teacher, John Palmer. He was aware of this instrument, and he called me up one day and he said, "Young, I think I have a good instrument for you." And I played it, and within minutes of playing, I knew that this was the bass that I needed to have, and haven't departed since. My previous bass was much smaller bass. It was lacking a little bit of meaty sound. I was looking for a bass with a lot more meat and potatoes, especially for robust orchestral playing. And at the time when I played Barrie's instrument, I could immediately feel that this had a lot of meat and potatoes in the instrument, and it had a lot of room to give. And yeah, that's what we need as a bass player. A lot of meat and potatoes that can really contribute towards the section, and at the same time being able to stand out as an individual player. Because a lot of times finding a juxtaposition between instruments that's good for auditions and good for section playing is quite a different thing. I mean, a good instrument should be good for any sort of playing, but really honestly, there are different types of sound that sells a little bit better in auditions and playing in the section. I think Barrie's Kolstein copy, and particularly this instrument, had really good balance between the two worlds. In any audition process, it's pretty much the same drill. You know, prelim, you get through the prelims, and then you get through the semis, and then you get to the finals and the super finals. The preparation for the audition, I feel that I spent a lot of time into that particular audition because having it be at the very last one of that season. So it just so ended up taking the very last audition of that season. In that season, I have advanced to a couple semis and other rounds in other professional orchestra auditions, but I have never really gotten to the trial. But then, because I had been working on the rep and I had been with the bass and I knew what I wanted to do, I feel that I had more vocabulary to say what I wanted by that particular audition. And I am incredibly lucky to hold the position because of the location. I get to play with other groups of New York and have a robust freelance career in New York, as well as being the principal in New Jersey Symphony. You know, finding an instrument that you are very comfortable to play is a like really valuable thing to have in your instrument. One of the things that I really loved about Barrie's Karkasi was that as soon as I started playing, I felt instantly comfortable. And being an audition taker and someone who has been taking and perhaps gonna take few more in coming future, having control over or feel like that you have control over the instrument and the complete passage is, I think, very, very important thing. Having an instrument that plays comfortably before your fingertips is just incredibly difficult to find. Sometimes the spacing could be off by 1 or 2 millimeters, and that could just be the thing that could throw you off, especially in auditions if you're not really entirely comfortable, and if the instrument doesn't anatomically work in complete harmony with your body. Sometimes it could be a strenuous thing. A lot of times people get injuries because the instrument doesn't really work completely well with your body. So I am lucky in that I met something that really fit my body and my hands. Especially I'm a woman, and I'm also an Asian woman, and I don't know if it's related because of me being Asian, but I have slightly shorter arm and a little shorter length fingers. So my hands are not too big, and I need something that I can really comfortably play within my reach.
Right.
And that's been really helpful.